Hello there, what's the story, what's the crack, how are you all keeping? This is the ThePandaPuncher, yes, ThePandaPuncher. Welcome back to Let's Play Dwarf Fortress, and our tower is slowly but surely making its way towards the sky, which I suppose is the definition of a tower. But this is my second time recording this episode because the last one crashed, and luckily enough, well, due to the crash, luckily enough there was no save in the middle of it, like an auto save, so I'm starting the episode from scratch again, so nothing's been missed out on. And yeah, we have to finish off this floor, a few doors, a bed here and there. Primarily though, we need a bed in this room. So that'll do that, and then we go to doors. Pretty sure we don't have enough, but we do for this row, and then we'll need one more door for the bedroom along the top there. We don't have a door, but we'll go into planning mode. And that'll do that. Now once the roof is finished for this floor, we shall, and I'll bring the mouse onto the screen here, a ghost has been put to rest. That's an outpost liaison has arrived right on cue, because that's when he arrived last time. We don't actually have that much to sell him, it turns out. We probably have about 6,000 dwarf books worth. That's probably because I didn't get the gold goblet industry up and running, but again, what can you do? The latest news from Silken Councils is that several years ago, Zitha Emerald Raptor, fantastic name, that is like my favourite name for whatever, it's dwarf, elf, whatever, it doesn't matter, brilliant name, was kidnapped from the site by song Leaf Seduced, not a bad one either. A month ago, Cyril Whip Blockades became mayor of the Polished Trumpets, replacing Cyril Fold Cities. That is fine. Finish peeking at that. Begin discussion. You know what? Escape. Done. Finish peeking on conversation. Finish peeking on conversation. Blah blah blah. Look over documents. Yeah, you talk a lot, sir. Go away. So, suppose we may get some goods being brought over. So, we have goods to the depot. We do have a lot of stuff already there. But it turns out they don't want any of that stuff, so we shall finish goods bin, and we'll just take all of them. They're the ones that have our mugs in them. That'll do the job. We'll request a trader, and there you go. Now, I do have some plans for this episode. One, obviously we're going to wait until the floor is done, and that's grand. But we're also going to... Oh, you know something I haven't done in a while? If I go F1... Where is our grazing area? It's here. I don't know if we have any other animals to put in, and we do. Instead of them dying, better if they're in the grazing area. So all of those... We'll wait till the final door's done here, and then we'll... make these places rooms and all that crack, and there we go. Speak of it being done, so yeah, on the floor above, that's where we're going to take our workshops, and we're going to put in quantum stockpiles, and hopefully they work. It was the quantum stockpiles last time that caused the crash. I know one of these rooms isn't a room because it was being funny the one time because the bed wouldn't get placed, and we also want to make this a massive barracks. Barracks, yes. No, not a barracks. Bollocks. Barracks, no. Dormitory, yes. Dormitory is D, thankfully enough. And yeah, the quantum stockpiles caused the crash, which annoyed me slightly. I'm not gonna lie, it was quite irritating. But didn't lose too much. Although I was 20 minutes into the episode, but overall we didn't lose too much. So yeah, I probably want to put down the quantum stockpiles for down the actual, what would you call it? The workshops, so that I can plan things out a wee bit better. So we'll need, now do I have like one wooden stock, let me pause here a sec. Do I have like one wooden stockpile, say hypothetically I'd have say a carpenter here and a carpenter here, but then another workshop that uses wood could be over in this corner. Do I only have one tiny quantum stockpile over here? Or do I have one here and one here for both? That's what I'm trying to figure out in my head. Because whatever space isn't used up with quantum stockpiles in the center here is going to be primarily our general storage, such as finished goods and furniture. And we can clean up this whole bottom floor, take out everything but the still. I'm not going to mess about with the still. It's doing its job. Probably increase its storage actually. And yeah, so that's what I'm planning. But let's get, you know what? Let's actually build Mace's workshop. Stone is one thing that benefits massively from willow logs, yes, and we want down here as well a crafter. So we do have, you know what? Let's actually just carpenter. Okay, so that's our basic setup. One wooden quantum stockpile near the top for the two carpenters, and the one craft dwarf workshop that will deal with wooden items, and then stone quantum stockpile in the bottom bit that'll deal with obviously the stone ones. So we need to build some track stops, so that'll be we'll skip out of that. C capital S, and the stone shall go here because we'll have a dumping stockpile in this square, track stop in this one, and a receiving stockpile in this square. So yeah, logs will do fine. We'll do another one. We'll do it here. Coffee logs will do fine. And resume. So I think one of the problems was I was trying to set up route and placing vehicles and stuff on a track stop that wasn't done, but before we actually go and do the actual placing of the routes and all that kind of thing, I might do a quick save. Not sure, but what can you do? We'll see what happens. They have suspended this for some weird reason. What if that's finished as well? Why is the track stops got such weird... they just dropped the pickaxe. That makes more sense. And why... Hold on now. Huh. They've cancelled it again. How about we don't cancel it? Just saying. It's a good idea to probably not cancel all the fucking jobs I'm telling you to do. Anyway, F1, and let's trade. Trade. Let's go to our side. W, it's not, it is W. Mug. Skip. Select all. W, delete, skip. So we have 6,600 to deal with. So I'm going to grab a couple of cheap bars in case, you know, somebody goes into a fey mood and needs bars for whatever reason. It happens. And I'm going to also grab some gems, some cheap gems hopefully, some glass, because you never know what crazy shit these doors will want to make. We may grab some extra wood because we are going to burn through a lot of it. I don't want to worry about robes or water skins or anything else at this stage. You want to go down to the food. Actually, before we get to the food, ale, wine, beer, wine, beer, rum, wine, and that should do that. We should probably grab a few seeds at some point, and maybe a cheap pick if we can find one. Copper pick, yes, that'll do the job very nicely. They will probably end up getting quite a big profit because I'm not going to go through this too often to grab stuff. I'm just going to grab the essentials first time around, see then if I can quickly find anything else, and yeah, that'll probably do it. Pigtails, dimple cups, nope, not to dye, sweet pod seeds, pigtail seeds, plump helmet spawns. That'll do that. We'll grab some more leather bins. We'll make some armor and stuff for my first military unit, because we have like 45 dwarves now. We're in a position where we could definitely do with having not a dedicated military unit, but at least one setup. We don't think we need any iron anvils, but we will grab a bunch of food. I kept adding and cancelling the exact same one about 10 times in a row. So that's a bunch of meat. We'll grab a bunch of the fish as well. Actually, we'll grab all the fish. And a bunch of plump helmets. Do we want veg and all those stuff? Yeah, we may as well keep it. A variety of things. Because one floor will be a dedicated kitchen area and dining area. So we'll want various different materials about us so that we can craft some nice meals and all that kind of stuff. We'll skip on through all of this until we get down to the cheeses. Because who doesn't like a bit of cheese if they're ill? And do we want to bother grabbing anything else? Because everything down to the rest of the thing, it's kind of boring. There's 3,300. Grab the rest of the plump helmets. That'll definitely be done. And to be honest, if we can find some cheap bolts here, I suppose, why not? Bronze bolts, yeah. Right. That'll do. That'll do. Trade. See if they will accept it. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Blah blah blah. Trader is no longer requested, and away we go back to our daily lives. Now build bridge. I want to just preemptively build a bridge here that we will use for destroying stuff. I know it's a bit big. More migrants? Really? We already have quite a few. She didn't notice. But does that mean we're nearly done up here? See, with more dwarves, lots of supplies, things do get done, and it's nice. Now I'm thinking something is terribly wrong with this one because the wood is placed. I'm pointing at the fucking screen. That's smart. The wood is placed here. It's just a loose bunch of logs, like moved or dropped from the floor above or something like that. And probably due to pathing issues, they can't get to it to remove it. That's my thinking. Let me get this mouse off the screen. So I'm going to cancel, remove the building, and hopefully then they can get to it. But first we are going to set up our dumping stockpiles. So there, that's for stone. No, that was for wood. This is for stone. And then set up similar ones the other side there for the receiving stockpiles. So Q. Now, no barrels, no bins, no wheelbarrows. Take from links only. Same setup for this one. Wheelbarrows 0 and take from links only. Also, we actually need to change its settings because we don't want it to take all stone. We only want it to take non-economic stone, so the other stuff, which is fine. This one here, we'll allow one wheelbarrow, no bins or barrels. Take from anywhere. It is from anywhere, isn't it? This one, designated receiving stockpile, can be from anywhere. Larger does blah blah blah. Define the preferences. Yeah, we need to do that. Actually, that's the main thing for this one. So it'd be the same as the other one. Since wood is wood, we don't have to change any settings really in the top one. And yeah, I think that designated one by one. Where the stop will dump. Okay. Now we need a new hauling route. Hitch. Now I'm going to delete that one. So remove, enter. No roots to speak of, but we shall have one now. So, new root. We shall name it. This is going to be stone QS. We shall assign a vehicle, and that'll be the cashew cart. So it has a vehicle assigned. I'm going through this in baby steps because I fed up making mistakes with it. Needed to find a new stop, which is S. Right. Press enter to define the stop. Then we enter again, and we set up the same. So that's enabled. Forbid, forbid, and forbid. Okay. Then remove all existing conditions. S to make a stockpile link, and choose the receiving stockpile. P select stockpile. Yeah, stone stockpile 37. Done. Oh. You all know what I didn't do? Fuck. Didn't set the dumping direction. Deactivate, change direction. We want it to west. Luckily we can change that. West, and we want to actually new route, or nickname it. We should call it wood. QS. See if we can go through this one a bit quicker. We want to new stop. Enter. Enter again. We shall make this one accept only wood, so we'll enable that. It's fine. Remove all existing conditions, and select a new stockpile link, and P wood stockpile 38. Oh god damn it, are you serious? H, let's go to the second one here. Assign vehicle. I forgot to assign a fucking vehicle. Right, so it should be, they should work now. In theory. There's nothing stopping these from working. I hope. Ah, yes, they are dumping it into the slots. Nice. That's that sorted. So, go back down to F1. And where do we have wood stockpiles? Q. No, we want to go to P. And remove designation. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that one. Those and that. And we'll also want to, at this point, remove these shops. So that's a carpenter's. Remove it. Mason. Mason. Carpenter. Craft dwarf and craft dwarf. We'll also now want to go back into our stockpiles again, and we want to undesignate these ones. The ones that are holding the stone for us. If this is even stone. I think I just set them up as random stones, so they're all full of gold now, which, you know, is a bit silly. How is the stone levels down below? Everything is... Ah! That's how your man got laid to rest. We actually decided to make... I forgot all about this. I've let that long go between actually recording episodes. We decided to have burial underground because it just makes sense. And a dwarven burial chamber like this, I like it. I like it. So we'll actually finish the burial receptacles that we have built. Hopefully we have a few. We have 7. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I made an armor stand. 6. Q. Granite armor stand. Let's remove that building. Build N. Done. So that's convenient. Now another thing I am going to do is on this level, I'm going to use the mouse here again. Around the entire outside of this level, we're going to have a 2 wide walkway with then fortifications external. So it'll be 3 wide overall, and then on this level we'll put in sort of symbolic wooden supports, just because we can. And before things get too further forward, doors are unable to complete the granite coffin. Fine. I am going to actually designate all the tasks that we need done. Oh, okay, they already got assigned. Ah, they're the... I bet you we have still jobs lined up in the... Yeah. So we actually want to add new task. So we'll always want thrones being made. So that's repeat. And if I go into... Oh, it's not even activated. 5 to 10. And this one can also do the chairs. Wherever it is. Oh, table, sorry. It was chairs that was being done. Yeah, 17. So this one can have the rock armor stands. Put that on repeat. It should be a job signed up for it. No. Do we really want that many armor stands? No, let's keep 2 to 3 about at any time. You want the weapon racks. Actually, we want coffers. We'll keep, yeah, 5 to 10 about of them. And is there anything else we want to grab from blocks, I suppose? Because we can use the blocks in the building off our tower, I suppose. It would have made sense to have blocks on the bottom level, but it is what it is. So we want to keep 15 to 20 blocks about at any time. And then that's fine. Can't think that there's anything else. Oh, doors. Jesus, how could I forget about doors? Doors. Repeat. Okay, so it already has the restraints there. So you need to make stuff out of rocks. Make rock mugs. Repeat. Just repeat. You need to actually... Wood. Wooden bolts. Repeat. Yeah, you've got your restriction. We also want you to do bone bolts. Repeat, it'll have its restriction on. And you, I've got a couple of things for you. So build your beds. Repeat. Cabinets. Where are they? They're F. Repeat. Hopefully you don't have a job restriction. And what else do we want you making? Not bins and bars. That'll be the next one. If it ever build workshop C. Well, it's in C now. If it was that log that was causing the issue, probably was. Okay, so this place is done. Build door. Build that there. We want tables. Nice. So 1, 2, 3. We then want thrones. Oops, that's not a throne, that's a table. And do we have statues? We need a statue. Rage. What are we gonna do? JMQ rock statue. Make 5. That'll do for that. Now we probably don't have much in the way of actual non-economic stone, so that's probably something we're going to want to deal with as soon as possible. And before that though, let's make this nice dining room and assign it to the Baroness. And let's see how our Baroness is coming along. So they need a tomb and a decent office, which is annoying because that'll have to happen on the next floor. So it will. So just so we can see the effects of the quantum stockpile, you often see the dwarves coming to this stockpile, putting in a pile of wood, gets put in this, and it gets transferred to this. Look how much wood is stored on this one square. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 20, 30, over 40 logs, all in that one little square. So that helps maximize storage space. It helps maximize, I think it helps in frame rate, I'm not sure. Do not quote me on that one, because I don't have an answer. But yeah, that's what's gonna... before I go on to the next floor, I might actually lay out the plans for this one. So I might. I think that'd be a good idea. But that also means we should probably continue with this stockpiles and moving the workshops up here. So build. Yeah, build workshop metalsmith's forge, which is F, and we shall have 2 of these. Yeah, granite blocks, fine, I don't care, enough. Yep. Now what we do need though is build a track stop, so that's, yeah. Is that in line with this one? It is. So that's where we want to dump and stockpile, and that's just where we want to track stop. And we want it to dump east this time. Right, we'll set this up and then that'll be it for this episode, I'd say. Right, now P, we want this to be bars and blocks, but we'll have to edit it quite significantly for the most part. So Q, max bins, no, let's see, no bins. No bins for that either. And this will take from links only. Let's change its settings. Bars of metal, yes. Forbid the rest. Blocks of metal, no. Actually, blocks of metal can be permitted. We only want metals here because it's going to be for the metalsmith's forge, so it would make no sense. Actually, can I copy the settings of this one? No, I can't. Thought there might have been a copy settings thing, but alas, there is not. So we'll just forbid those ones again, and yeah. What we need to do now is add the hauling route and stuff. So H, or change the name, so this will be metal bars QS. Done. Assign a vehicle. So, and then we need to stop, enter, enter again, set it to permit the same stuff that we want transferred. Remove the rest. Set new stockpile link. That'll be from there. Bar block stockpile 40. Nice. So if we go down here and then this is a bar block stockpile. It's a big one, but we are going to forbid or remove the stockpile actually. Actually remove this wooden one as well. Whoops, what? X. Really? Oh, it's P. Sorry. Whoopsie. We'll get rid of them. And then we get rid of these. Metalsmith's Forge. This is a smelter, which we shall actually remove or bring upstairs as well, along with our wood furnaces. So if we go back up, build work. No, not workshop this time. We want to build the furnaces. That's what it is. E. So we'll make a wooden furnace. One wooden furnace here. Actually, yeah, wooden furnaces can just go here anyway, so it's well close to the wood. It's not a big space we have here anyway. So somebody has been found. What is killing all of my people? That is something we probably should address. Smelter. I want to keep these close to here because the blocks can go straight into the bar stockpile, which I think makes quite a bit of sense. And once they're done, we can set up their tasks and everything will be grand, shiny and fine. The bars are light enough that it's not going to be too much of an issue. I just want to maximize the space we have because it's the tower. I think that's the main thing that needs to be. Somebody has suspended the construction of a wood furnace because they are disobedient fucks. Right, unsuspend please, that'd be great. So Q. Now you are going to continue smelting native gold ore. And then just repeat. You probably don't need to smelt anything right now. You are going to other objects, gold, goblet, repeat. And since we don't have anything else to do right now, you can also do the same. So you can. And they suspended the construction of the furnace yet again. Why is nobody collecting this wood? That is the annoying thing. But that's going to have to wait until the next episode because this one has ran on slightly too long. But again, we did take a lot of time to just sort of get things right and done. And, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. So, yeah, please go away until next time. Good luck and goodbye.